organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Tonight on this live edition of Daily Iowan TV, Hawkeye hate crime. Allegations of a hate crime near campus has everyone talking. We've got more coming up.
And students speak out on the changes they hope to see at the university. Next.
Sunny skies. Stay tuned for information on the warm week ahead.
Lots of Iowa baseball coming up in sports, and we also hear from one University of Iowa sophomore track star.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Taylor Brooks.
And I'm Andrew Roberts, but first, Cole Johnson.
An assault in Iowa City this past Saturday has led to a heated conversation of race and student safety on the UI campus. Marcus Owens was assaulted in an alley outside of the Eden nightclub between 10 and 11 p.m. on the 200 block of Iowa Avenue. The Iowa City Police Department said today they are investigating the assault as a hate crime and is moving forward with the intent to pursue criminal charges. According to his uncle, Dwayne Owens, he sustained injuries to his eyes, mouth, and teeth. Today, UI President Bruce Harold met with Owens and his family. Dwayne Owens said he was pleased with how Harold responded to the situation.
And been very, very sympathetic to the family, and provided definitely a certain level of comfort for Marcus as well as my brother and my sister-in-law.
As the police department moves forward with their investigation, Vice President for Student Life Tom Rockland said UI officials are working with Owens and his academic life.
The plan was to help Marcus identify his needs and the resources that we have to help meet those needs. Of course, it's very challenging. This is the end of the semester, and no doubt the academic needs are going to be important to him.
But the conversation only seemed to grow bigger today. There was a public outrage on social media from students and Iowa City citizens alike. Here you can see just a few of the tweets sent out today in response. Many of the tweets followed the trending hashtag #ExplainIowa, and some referenced white privilege. The UI was also using social media to keep the public up to date on the investigation. Tomorrow we hope to bring you more on this developing story, including an interview with Marcus Owens. In the studio, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks, Cole. The University of Iowa's Committee of Strategic Planning held a forum Wednesday afternoon to get the community's opinion on their 5-year plan. This forum has been planned for weeks, but due to its timing around the Marcus Owens case, a lot of racial issues were discussed.
That's right, Taylor. Committee co-chair and philosophy professor David Cunning ran the forum and encouraged all guests to speak. To Daily Iowan TV's Melanie Taylor was there and has more for us.
The Committee of Strategic Planning at the university is holding forums to get feedback from the community on what changes they want to see. Little did they know that racism on campus would be such a prominent issue at Wednesday's forum with the recent attack of Marcus Owens. Professors, students, and other Iowa City residents voiced their opinions about the change they want to see at the university.
I'm actually rather ashamed to be associated with University of Iowa right now. I am ashamed to work at a university that is days behind in sending out the word about the hate crime that occurred this last weekend, the beating of Marcus Owens.
Other issues people want to see change in are the resignation of Bruce Harold, an improvement in the quality of teaching and research, and the quality of life for students. One freshman student shared her own experience of discrimination on campus in light of Marcus Owens' attack. Here, Mustafa was dressed in her cultural clothing after an event put on by the Pakistani Students Association on February 12th. A male student approached her and accused her of being a terrorist and asked, quote, "Are you going to blow us up with your phone?" End quote. She spoke out about the lack of support she felt from the university after seeking their help in identifying the male.
I know that you guys have boards and columns dedicated to diversity and talking about social justice, but when there's only a handful of people of color at those meetings, it's not effective. You need to not ask, you need to not tell people in these groups what you're going to do to help them. You need to ask them how.
Reporting from the Iowa Memorial Union, Melanie Taylor, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, Taylor, it's certainly starting to look and feel like May outside.
Oh, it sure is, Andrew. We are definitely getting a glimpse of summer. Melanie Taylor is standing by with information on how the rest of the week looks. Melanie?
That's right, guys. I am loving this weather right before finals. These sunny skies look like they're going to last, and temperatures keep increasing. Thursday morning temperatures will be 53 degrees with a sunny sky. Afternoon temps will increase to 65 degrees. Thursday evening will be 57 degrees with a clear sky. Taking a look at the rest of the week. Friday's high is a hot 82 degrees with a 58-degree low and sunny sky. Saturday has a 70-degree high and 46-degree low, sadly with a 60% chance of rain. Sunday will be cloudy with a 70-degree high and 51-degree low. The beginning of next week will have more rain. Monday's high is 72 with an 80% chance of rain. Tuesday has a 60% chance of rain and a 70-degree high. Be sure to enjoy the nice weather, Iowa City. Taylor and Andrew, back to you.
Dropping out for good. Both John Kasich and Ted Cruz have decided to leave the presidential race. After Cruz's loss in the Indiana primary on Tuesday, he announced he is suspending his campaign for president. On Tuesday night, Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus tweeted that he considers Trump to be the, quote, presumptive nominee for the Republican Party.
As of 2011, the state of Iowa has 238 practicing psychiatrists. This leaves Iowa as one of the bottom 5 states for psychiatrists per capita. Daily Iowan TV reporter Brooke Balla, finds out what the state of Iowa can do to solve this shortage.
The shortage of psychiatrists is a problem that is catching the eyes of the Iowa State Legislature. Iowa is a low health care reimbursement state, making it hard for Iowa to compete on salaries. Senator Jeff Danielson thinks it is key to increase the quality of life for psychiatrists to remain in the state.
So if we make our own communities more inviting, making sure that housing, wraparound services, and all those other things that contribute to quality of life can keep them here.
The shortage of psychiatrists is something that lawmakers in Des Moines and education programs in Iowa City are concerned about.
The Department of Psychiatry at the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine offers clerkships, residencies, and fellowships to all that hope to pursue a career in psychiatry.
Even with the plentiful programs offered by the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Iowa, one psychiatry professor believes psychiatrists are fleeing the state to practice elsewhere.
Well, there's pretty good reason to believe that the states immediately around us have a higher rate of psychiatrists per capita.
The bigger picture is that the mental health needs in the United States is not being met, and the state of Iowa proves this point.
If you add the psychiatrists in Johnson County and Polk County, that's about half of the psychiatrists in the whole state. Look at all of these white counties, it's about 2/3 of the counties in the state have no psychiatrists at all.
The United States has not made mental health a priority, resulting in the lack of psychiatrists in Iowa not ending anytime soon. Brooke Balla, Daily Iowan TV.
President Obama is in Flint, Michigan today to witness firsthand how the water crisis has affected the city and its people. While in Flint, President Obama drank filtered water and met with federal officials about the response to the water crisis. The president said the filtered water in Flint is safe to drink for individuals over the age of 6. He also said it may take years to replace the pipes for the city's main water system. Well, some unfortunate news out of Michigan and some even more unfortunate news for the Iowa Hawkeyes. That Cy-Hawk trophy got swiped from us last night.
Certainly tough to hear that, but there is always next year. For everything Hawkeye sports, we have Jordan Maloney and Holly Reimer standing by in the sports studio. Guys?
That's right, guys. Last night confirmed that the Cy-Hawk trophy will stay in Ames, Iowa for another year.
The Iowa softball team dropped their game yesterday to the Cyclones 5-0. Going into the game, Iowa had a 12-10 advantage in the Cy-Hawk race, but the softball win gave the Cyclones the overall advantage. Since the Cy-Hawk inception in 2004, the Hawkeyes have won the trophy 5 times.
One of the captains of the Iowa baseball team earned a spot on the roster in a less than mainstream way. But since being a part of the squad, his talent speaks for itself. I got the story on this Hawkeyes unique experience. Most members of the University of Iowa baseball team found their home at Dwayne Banks Field as freshmen, but that wasn't the case for right-handed pitcher Tyler Radke. whose career as a Hawkeye started a little differently than most. Before he wore black and gold, his uniform was blue and blue. After playing his first year of college ball at Villanova, Racky made the decision to transfer to Iowa, but he wasn't ready to leave the game of baseball just yet.
You're not playing baseball, me sitting out just makes me understand how much I love the game, how I truly love the game. You don't really see what you got until it's gone, and that truly is the case for me leaving the game.
Throughout his time at Iowa, Racky has played a prominent role for the Hawkeyes. As a 2-year captain, the senior has been a leader for his team on the field and in the clubhouse.
He was the one, day one in the fall, that was the guy that stepped up and took over the clubhouse. He's got great help, but Tyler is the one who's not afraid to call guys out and manage things. He does a nice job. He's done a great job with his leadership.
With 5 wins as a Hawkeye relief pitcher, Racky has shown how persistent he can be to get the win for the team. And it's this same persistence that gave him a chance to put on a Hawkeye uniform for the first time in 2014.
I reached out to Coach Heller. It was one summer. I sent him an email, the first go around, and I didn't get a response. And I was like, okay, all right. Well, what do I need to do to get a response? So I put in the subject headline. I'm like 6'4" righty from Villanova, ex-D1 player. I get my response, and Coach, he gave me a chance to come out in the fall and prove myself and try to earn a spot on the team.
While his time at Iowa will come to a close at the end of this season, Tyler Racky will always have the memories of his time at Duane Banks Field. I'm Jordan Maloney with Daily Iowan TV Sports. Tyler Racky and the rest of the Hawkeyes came away with a win last night against the Western Illinois Leathernecks, adding their 7th midweek game of the season.
Iowa baseball heads to Ohio State this weekend for a 3-game Big Ten series with the Buckeyes.
As for Iowa track and field, one underclassman is drawing attention and has one goal for the near future. Katie Sextro takes a closer look at this impressive runner and reveals what may be in store for him.
As just a sophomore, University of Iowa track and field runner Carter Lilly has made his mark as one of the top middle distance runners in the country. And with just a few weeks left in his second season here at Iowa, he's determined to set a few more records and even qualify for the 2016 Olympic trials. The Sioux City native was big into sports in high school, had a goal of becoming a Division I athlete, but didn't really foresee a future in track. But the University of Iowa did.
Senior year, junior year, I was running fast in track, and they asked me to be on the team. I was like, just why not? Try it out and see what happens.
And Lilly was pleasantly surprised. With only 2 years on the team, he's managed to make it to second place on Iowa's all-time list of 800 runners. And with that in mind, he's aiming for that first place title and a ticket to the Olympic trials.
My goal is always to be the best, so when I came here, when I came in, I was like, well, that's going to take a while, if ever, if I'm going to run that fast. And then this year, it seems like a really reachable goal.
And in order to reach that goal and qualify for the trials, Lilly would need to finish as one of the top 32 runners in the country. And right now, he's sitting in the low 20s with a 147.3. But regardless of how well Lilly has been doing individually, he manages to stay humble and says that isn't even his top priority for track.
The biggest goal for this year is getting a Big Ten championship as a team. Team championships to me have always been way cooler than individual championships.
Reporting from the track and field facility, Katie Sextro, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Carter Lilly and the rest of his team will be back in action next weekend at the Big Ten Championships in Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's all for tonight in sports, but be sure to tune in tomorrow where we'll talk more Iowa baseball.
Taylor and Andrew, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan and Holly. That's all we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check back with us tomorrow for the updates on Marcus Owen.
And for all of the latest news, you can visit our website, dailyiowan.com. For this live edition of Daily Iowan TV, I'm Andrew Roberts.
And I'm Taylor Brooks. Have a great night, Iowa City.